Welcome to the 5&Dime. I'll read what it says over there. Welcome to 5&Dime. The intent of this place is to share space, meals, stories, information, and to welcome our visitors. Welcome. In this place, we will engage with one another with dignity, integrity, kindness, humor, empathy, and especially love. In this place, we'll strive for harmony, even if discordance is right outside the doors. All are welcome, but if you act like a jerk, we may have to love you from afar. And I've told that to everybody that comes in. I have a cute little children's area over there, and I don't say that to the kids, but I say I've got toys and I'll share. Will you share? And kids are sharing, and there'll be times when they'll go, I really want to take this home, and I'm like, well, you know what, come back with the toy and I'll trade you. And so kids are trading toys with me. So we just need a space where we can behave and be kind to one another. We don't care what we think about, we just care about how we interact with one another. And so the last 2 years, I did that 2-year art installation where each month an artist would paint the window.
Yeah, we covered a bunch of those.
Right, write a love
Beautiful
letter to
stuff.
Selma. And
Yeah.
if they did that, we would have a huge community event, and it was just amazing. And so after 2 years, it was time to do another chef in residence. Or another thing, and I decided, let's do a chef in residence. We are a food desert.
Yeah.
We need some healthy food. We need a no-fry zone. And Erica's family is from here, Erica Allen, and she has, she kept popping in, and I kept saying, what do you think about this idea? And she was willing to leave New Jersey for 3 weeks
Wow.
and come back home and feed us some yummy food. And so I want you to meet Erica.
Erica, thank you so much for joining us and being here. So tell us what all you're going to be doing.
So we are going to be here for 3 weeks serving lunch, Monday through Thursday, 100 plates a day, no more, no less.
No more, no less.
Per this one. And the goal, I think, is to really bring some awareness and highlight local produce from the Black Belt area, which is clearly dire. I did not realize how
Dire.
difficult it would be to get produce here until this week. And so now I'm feeling even more impassioned to only use produce or as much vegetables as we can. And as I said, there will be no frying. We're really going to, if we pulled a carrot from the ground, we are going to eat the carrot in as wholesome of a product as it can be. I'm from here, my family's here. I want my family to live for a long time. I want my father and my mama to be healthy, and that is really why I'm here, because I do have so much family here, and I want them to eat
Who's your mom and dad?
good lunch. My mom is Sheila. She's a sign lady.
She painted all the signs around here. The Carter
So
Drugs right
all
across
the
the
murals,
street.
a lot of the murals, not all the murals, but a lot of the murals are my mother's. The Coca-Cola mural,
Yeah.
she did that one. And my father is Dana Allen. My grandfather was Gil Allen. He ran Action Manderson Real Estate here.
Oh, wow.
But both sets of my grandparents came here through the U.S. Air Force.
I'll be darned.
So,
Neat.
yeah.
Well, you talk about the farmers in the area, and there is a disconnect. There are a lot of farms. There are a couple of farms that sell to the public. Have you used any of those, or are you going to promote any of those, or do you?
We are right now working with several farms across this area. I'm trying not to go, a lot of them have directed me to like Tuscaloosa or Birmingham.
Right.
And I really don't want to, I don't want to be driving all that way. But we're trying to work with farms that are within an hour radius of
that's good.
Selma. And there are so many. One of the farms I was able to get produce from, they're not set up to sell to the public just yet, but they are working on that, and they need more chefs, I think, to bring awareness to the fact that they would be willing to buy the produce to justify growing more of it to sell, because they're not going to grow produce that no one knows to buy. So there's that, and then there's some local meat processors here as well that we're working with. So my husband is a whole animal butcher by trade, and he's here with me for 1 week, and he's also making fresh bread for us. So yeah, which I don't know. There's definitely nowhere to buy fresh bread.
A lot of my evil plan is when Erica and Will, her husband, come here, then they're saying, oh my goodness, there's really not much competition in fresh food here. We've got the funnel of the Edmund Pettus Bridge funneling people from all over the world. And they so desperately want to spend their tourism dollars burning a hole in their pockets. So trying to figure out a way for us to lovingly accept and receive all that money passed throughout our community.
Right.
And I feel like my role is to make space to catch our guests.
Yeah.
And when you show them a loving space and cool stuff, then they start seeing us three-dimensionally. We know that the world is coming to us, and they see us really two-dimensionally from 1965 and those black and white photos. And that's an important, incredible story that we are in charge of holding on to and creating space for people to come and have their catharsis. But we're a lot more, and we're an important place, and we're holding on to important stories for the rest of the world. And I just want people to see us as who we are.
Right.
Crazy, salt of the earth, wonderful, nuts, jerks.
Yeah.
We're
fun
human.
people.
We're human people living in
Yeah.
the shadow of the Edmund Pettus Bridge. Creating space for people to share space, share food is the goal.
What are some of the things you're going to serve?
A few things, mostly produce, but we are going to do Greek meatballs.
Oh.
My grandmother was from Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Oh, wow.
Both on my mother's side, and they lived in Athens, Greece for 10 years with the U.S. Air Force, and then they were sent back to Selma, to Craig, and about the same time that my father's parents were stationed at Craig. And all throughout this time, my grandmother was, when she came back, suddenly her table started looking a little differently from other Southern tables. Depression era food served alongside with Greek and mint meatballs, or lima beans with yogurt and parsley stirred in. So there was this weird, interesting fusion that I grew up with that I didn't see in any other place. And so when I hear Southern food, people often will say, "Oh, you make fried chicken." And I say, "No, I do something a little, I mean, that is Southern and I do love it, but we won't be doing that." So we've got a chicken salad with pimento cheese, but also a really beautiful carrot salad with all the carrots that you saw.
Those carrots are beautiful.
And they're really pretty. And the way that we'll do them is just to gently poach them and then serve them cold with a ton of herbs and pistachios. So there's no oil or butter or anything. And they're gonna be delicious, you'll see. And then what else are we doing? A focaccia sandwich, some kind of vegetarian. Big salads every day. And then we've got some fun desserts. There's an almond cream that's kind of a Greek pudding made with Greek yogurt. All healthy. Gingerbread, sticky gingerbread, some Rice Krispie treats, because I love to make those, and I think we all love those.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe AC is going to make some of her famous cookies.
Yes,
for
the
us
body and
for
soul
one day.
cookies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are for
So-
the body there. 4 cups of whole wheat flour, 4 cups of ground rolled oats, 4 farm fresh eggs. So that's good for the body. For the soul, we've got 4 sticks of butter, 4 cups of sugar, and 3 separate bags of chocolate chips. So they're
So maybe
good.
we'll get cookies one day.
Yeah, and I think that those cookies probably will continue on in the space.
Yeah. Oh,
because
yeah.
they'll be, I'm committing, now again, this is not a restaurant, and we need to be clear that this is an art installation, but I'm committing that there will be 100 plates of lunch Monday through Thursday through the year of 2024.
That's excellent.
And so sometimes I'm going to be cooking. So,
okay.
but I'm hoping that we'll also, when we have to fill in the gaps, when our special guest star chefs aren't here,
Right.
that local home chefs come and play kitchen, play restaurant. I mean, where else were you going to have your own kitchen and a place where you can serve food? So
Yeah, that would be cool.
yeah, so I'm looking forward to hearing from people saying that they're interested in doing this. I will say that I'm a benevolent dictator in this space, and so I'm really good at sharing the space, and I really want to collaborate with people. But you know, I have to feel it before I let somebody kind of come in here. Also, one thing we were saying was that. For the people that maybe come the first week, if they brought a plate or a bowl or something like that to add to the 100 plates, we've got pizza pie plates that we're aluminum or tin plates that we're using. They don't break, they're easy, we can cook with them. But we were thinking of the idea of the community coming together, bringing their plate.
Yeah.
And if they do,
Literally, the plate. Like
literally bring a
yourself,
plate, and
yeah.
they're going to donate
We
the
all
plate.
have those
Mismatched last
two
plate.
plates
all we
that
got.
don't
Yeah.
go with anything else.
Or bowls or whatever. Some mismatch that you just want to participate. And if you do, we're going to, not this weekend, but throughout this year, paint your name in the kitchen.
Oh,
Because
neat,
you would
yeah.
have participated in helping make this installation happen. So,
Cool.
we haven't told you about how you get tickets.
That was going to be my next question: is
Okay.
when you're open, and how do you get in here, and how do you pay, and a whole nother.
Okay, so, and I'm being really firm on this. I
Okay.
really am, because it is an installation. So we're doing 100 plates. We
Mm-hmm.
will sell 60 tickets online. We will, it'll be tourselma.com, and it says the 5&Dime, and people can buy the tickets. And then there'll be 35 or 40 that are walk-ins.
Okay.
Because we want our guests coming from wherever to be able to walk up.
Right.
But when the 100th plate is sold, it is over.
That's it.
It is it. So we're open from 11 to 2 or 11 until everything sells.
Gotcha.
I'm thinking if you're wanting to come later, you buy it online.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
just
you're
to
if you're wanting just to walk in, come in early.
Right.
We can sit actually 100 people here.
Oh,
So
okay.
like it could happen be done by 11:30.
Yeah.
Like if everybody came in at once.
Right.
I don't know if I can plate 100 plates.
Right. Well,
either,
we'll be plating pretty fast.
Ooh, I'll be like throwing
Yeah.
them.
but and that's the one thing is but since it's just one plate of food, like it's not a choice.
It's not
Right.
courses or a
Courses.
buffet.
You come and
This
get
is-
what you're serving that day.
You can
Right.
pick your day to come based on the menu.
But the menu is
if
the
you
same
want-
for
if you-
everybody that one day.
Yeah,
For
if
that
you
one
see
day.
like, oh, she's doing, because I think next week we're gonna try to do brisket one
Yeah.
day. So you could be like, I would rather of all if I have to pick one lunch.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna
what I'm
wait for
doing.
that one.
Right.
You can do that, or you can take your chances and walk
There you
in
go.
on another day. But
That could be exciting in and of
That-
itself.
you
Yeah.
would be surprised. With
Well, now,
And we're not doing takeout.
Okay,
Like
no
if you're
takeout.
coming, it's about sitting together. It's
So
about
right.
sharing space. It's about all of that.
we don't really have the supplies right now to do
Yeah.
takeout. That would be an investment, and I think we should try to see like
I like that idea.
if we can sit
Yeah.
together. But if you're in a hurry, just let us know. But
Right.
Yeah.
otherwise, we might might need to bring your plate for that.
Right.
We
Or
don't
just,
have.
just come and relax and don't be in a hurry.
Right.
Yeah.
And
love that.
if you could be here in an hour, which is normally
Yeah, I think that's normal.
we're not gonna have a hard time getting you the
Yeah,
food.
it's because
Yeah.
it's just
Because it's one thing.
We're not taking an order.
So
or
you're
anything.
not. So it's not like a worry. Like when you're coming to lunch with people, and you're like, oh, it's just going to take forever. This is not, because we're making it as simple as
Well, and
possible.
another thing too that you've already said, it's not a restaurant.
It's not a restaurant.
You're
This is
not a
restaurant.
restaurateur. You are an
An
artist.
artist. I'm an artist.
So it's a whole different story.
It is.
All right.
It
So where
is.
can people find out? Give me that website for the tickets once
Okay,
again.
the tickets are going to be on tourselma.com. Follow me on Facebook, AC Reeves, or Instagram, AC Reeves, or at Ann Catherine Reeves. Or follow Erica at A Southern Chef.
A Southern Chef.
On Instagram. She's not on Facebook. And we'll have the links on all our social medias. We're just wanting a place. We're hungry. We're hungry
Right.
for connection. We're hungry for kindness. We're hungry for some food that nourishes us, but is still good.
I'm Todd Prater with the Black Belt News Network. Check us out at blackbeltnewsnetwork.com on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.